Hey there, my name's Flavia, and it's basically midnight here, and I have the bright idea of starting a YouTube channel where I basically just talk about the books that I'm reading, things that get to me. Um, I guess it's like becoming a part of BookTube. I don't know, I don't really watch a lot of BookTube, but I've always been looking for like something that gets to me, like I want to see myself in the people on the internet. And I never really got that from anyone. Not saying that there's nobody out there. I'm sure there is, and I just haven't found that person. But I decided, new year, new me, and I was going to be that person for myself. So this really isn't for you guys, it's a lot more for me. But here I am drinking wine. It's almost midnight, and I'm just going to talk to you about books because why not? Let me start with the book that I just finished reading, literally like the 31st, probably like 3 hours before midnight, because I swore that I was going to read 14 books last year, and I was at like 13 and a half, basically all of December, because I just could not get myself to finish this book, and I'll explain later why. But I finally sat down and did it, and it was amazing. And it's basically what inspired me to start doing this. Just because I didn't want to keep letting myself down. I didn't want to keep waiting until something happened or just waiting until it was too late, basically. But, anyways, the book is The Dirty Girls Social Club by Alyssa Valdez Rodriguez. And it is basically a book about six college friends, and it's a decade later, so they're in their late 20s, early 30s, and they're just kind of going through it. This is pretty much a Sex in the City, but for Latinas. So, a little more sexy, a little less city. The main thing that I kind of wrote down and realized that this book teaches, or mainly just hits on, is, self love. You have to love yourself before you can love anybody else. And sometimes that's a lot more difficult than you would think. And sometimes you need a partner or a person or like a friend there to tell you that it's okay to love yourself before you love others. It taught me gratitude in what my parents and my mom did to kind of get me here where I am, and through everything that I've had and all these opportunities, because not everyone has these opportunities. And being a Latina just means that we have a whole nother culture that no one ever talks about, that's kind of hidden like a lost treasure. Um, it taught me to be prideful for who I am and not be scared to show that, to just kind of go for it, to say fuck it sometimes and just live how I want to live, say what I want to say, and be proud of that. And respect for myself and respect for others, for sure, because why not? Like, that's just a simple one. Be nice to one another. That's obvious, I think. Um, and then last of all, like, this book taught me a lot more about myself than I could have ever thought. Hold on, I need wine. Okay, so it taught me that I need to stop being jealous of others. I need to stop Instagram diving and wishing that I looked like somebody else or had that skirt or could go on that vacation or could drive that car or whatever it is that I do or you do on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter and Pinterest. And it's not all that picture perfect all the time. It's sometimes they're just people that are trying to find an outlet from their real life, who just don't have anyone else to turn to, or who don't want to turn to anybody else. and they're just trying to live the best that they can. And I realized that that was difficult for me to understand because I wasn't able to accept what my errors in life were. Like, I guess I live a decent life. I'm not terrible, but that wasn't good enough for me. I wanted more. And I mean, I obviously still want more, but I have to be appreciative of what I have now and just work harder because I don't know, that gym rat girl on Instagram might have like an abusive boyfriend and is just trying to get super swole so she could beat him up someday, you know? You just never know, and I definitely don't know because I don't know these people. So, anyways, it's such a good book. I had to put it down so many times and just do a lot of self reflection because it made me fucking cry so much. And like some of the things that they talked about, I couldn't always relate, but I knew somebody who could, and it just made me feel so bad that I couldn't be there for that person. And it made me feel like I should try to be a better me for them, and for, like mostly for me, but so that I could actually be there next time that it happens or doesn't happen. And I just need to be saying, like, get my head out of my butt, basically. So I recommend this to every Latina out there. Honestly, every girl out there. I just know it's mostly for like Latina readers because it has a little bit of Spanish. I'm not gonna lie, but it's pretty much slang and it usually translates itself. But it's just like, if you know, you know. You know? Okay, wow. I hope you enjoyed me fucking up this whole video. I'm just gonna go back to drinking wine now, and I'll see you for my next book.